Hello everyone, welcome to the Kiki London YouTube channel. My name is Amanda. In today's video, we are going to do an Easter egg nail art design using water decals. And I'm going to show you two different ways to do them. One, we're going to kind of do a French with a twist, and then one, we're going to do an ombre. So these are the Easter egg mix water decals. I can't believe I've had these in my collection and not used them because they are super cute. I love how detailed each of the eggs are, and I also love that you get two different sizes. So as you can see, a smaller and a larger, so it's great depending on whether you are working on longer or shorter nails. So I'm going to do two designs using these, and each are going to be a little bit different but using the same kind of mix of colors. So on the first nail, we're going to go in with two coats of the gorgeous Moonlight Pearl. Now I'm working on a press-on nail tip, so I've buffed the surface, but if you was working on the natural nail, you would want to do all of your prep and base coat to begin with before going in with any of your color coats. Now I love Moonlight Pearl because it's quite a versatile colour. I'm simply using it here on its own in two coats. You can use it over any colour base though. If you want the pearlescent effect to pop more but still want to keep that white effect, I would recommend popping a layer of white gel polish underneath. Or if you just want to add a pearlescent effect to any colour with ease, you can simply pop one coat over whichever chosen gel polish of your choice. I've used this over all different colors. You've probably seen it in previous videos on the channel. It's one of my favorite colors. So here I've just done two coats over my clear tip, and it kind of gives off this glassy soft effect, which I really loved. Then I'm going to move on to applying my water decals. So I'm going to take my water decal sheet and I'm going to cut out each of the decals that I want to use as close to the image as possible. So as you can see, I'm using my scissors to really get nice and close, getting rid of much of that white backing as you can, because then this is going to remove as much of that clear film that's on the decal, so that excess clear sheet, and then it's going to lay a lot flatter. So I did cut out 4 water decals, and I have got a little pot of room temperature water. For ease, I'm also going to use my Kiki London silicone tool. This helps push out any creases and make sure that your water decals have adhered nicely to your gel polish. So I soaked these water decals for around 10-20 seconds, and then you can see they peel off that backing paper super easy. And I'm just using a set of tweezers to pick these up and place these down directly on top of your tacky inhibition layer that's left behind from your gel polish. I find this the easiest way to apply them, especially when you've got your tacky layer from your gel polish, because I find it just really grabs hold of the water decals, keeps them in place, and you get minimal creases as well. I remember back in the day using water decals with regular nail polish, and it would be a nightmare with them sliding around the dried nail polish. So with gel polish, you have that bonus that there's a tacky layer left behind after curing, and your water decals really grab onto that. So you do want to bear in mind where you're placing them down, because once you place them down, they are a little bit tricky. You kind of get a few seconds to nudge them in place, but they do sort of dry quite quickly, so you don't get too much play time. So sort of bear in mind when you keep hold of them with your tweezer until you're happy with where they're placed, because if you still got hold of it with your tweezers, you are able to pick them up and reposition them. I'm then going to go over them with my silicone tool and kind of use this to squeegee out any excess water, and then at the same time very gently ease out any creases as well. Like I said, because you're applying them over the tacky inhibition layer, I don't find I get many creases, but I do find that they are thin enough that if you have got any creases, they do ease out very easily. So once I have got all of them applied, I'm going to seal these in with a layer of rubber top coat. Now I'm not quite finished this nail design. I do want to come over the top and do kind of like a French with a twist. I want to do a side French, but just in case I make any mistakes with my French and need to wipe it off, I want to seal those decals in. So I've gone in with the rubber top coat. I highly recommend the rubber top coat for sealing in your water decals. You're not going to get any lifting or peeling issues if you you go in and seal or encapsulate them in with that layer of rubber top coat. So the rubber top coat does require a 60-second cure, and then I'm just going to very gently buff the surface of this to remove the shine so that I don't have any peeling issues with my French over the top. It's also going to make it a lot easier to paint on where you've got a matte surface from buffing away the shine. I did only do a very gentle buff. You don't want to remove any of the top coat, you simply just want to buff that shine away. I'm then going to take the gorgeous Aqua Waves. I felt as though this color matched beautifully with the bluey green color that's in the water decals, but then where it's a little bit brighter, it just gives the nail that really cute spring pop. So I'm taking my stripe liner brush, and normally if I'm doing a French I would use my French brush, but because we're doing a side French I decided to go in with a stripe liner brush just so I could get a bit more of a precision with the application. And as you can see, I've loaded up the brush, kind of just swooped across the nail, and then I'm playing around with how that looks on the first coat. So if I want any areas, I want, for example here, to take that swoosh down a little bit lower, I'm going to do all this on the first coat so that when it comes to doing the second coat, I'm simply applying that to make the color pop and the full opacity to come through. So I'm getting the shape and everything how I want it with that first coat of gel polish, not worrying at this point if the gel polish looks a little bit patchy or uneven, because I have only applied it thinly. When I come in and do my second coat of colour, that's where you're going to get the full opacity from the shade. I really loved how this looked. I think it still would look cute with a classic full French, but the way I'd positioned my water decals, one side of the nail was a little bit more empty than the other, so I felt as though a side French worked really cute here. Now, I absolutely loved how this colour looked. I feel as though it's a bit brighter than the decals, so it just kind of added a good contrast against the softer muted tones of the water decals. They do look a little bit dull at the moment where we've buffed the surface of that top coat. They will pop a little bit more once we come in and add our next layer of top coat. So once I'd finished my second coat of Aqua Waves, I've cured this for 30 seconds, and that's what our design is looking like so far. I did also play around with the idea of coming in with some gold gel paint here as well, but I decided to keep it simple just because I didn't want to draw too much attention away from those water decals. So now those water decals are already sealed in with a layer of rubber top coat, so rather than adding any additional bulk to the nail, I'm going to go in with a layer of the crystal top coat to give the nail that ultimate shine. Now, how cute does this look? It was super simple to do, but I think that Moonlight Pearl base really adds something extra special to the nail, and then those decals are just so cute, but then the pop of colour from the French, it just all tied together, and I absolutely loved it. I feel as though it might be a bit much for a full set, but you could definitely do 2 or 3 nails on one hand or on each hand of this, and then maybe 2 plain nails of either Moonlight Pearl or Aqua Waves, and that would look gorgeous. I did finish off with some Sweet Peach cuticle oil, and we're then ready to go on to the second design. So for the second design, I'm actually going to use a rubber base coat. So this is RB24, and it's a very soft milky pink shade, but it has a beautiful shimmer to it. So again, keeping with the similarity of the Moonlight Pearl, but it's a little bit different. So on this nail, I wanted to do an ombre, but I wanted to do it a little bit different. I just wanted a very hint of color at the tip of the nail, and I wanted everything to have this beautiful shimmery effect to it. So I'm going to go in and do 1 coat of the RB24 as my base colour, just re-going over this as I'd missed some areas at my sidewalls, so I'm wanting to make sure that I've got a nice even coat over the entire nail. And just how pretty is the gold shimmer in this one. So I'm going to do 1 coat of this, and then I'm going to sandwich my ombre with Aqua Waves in between another coat of this. So I'm going to take Aqua Waves and literally just apply a very small amount of this at the very tip of the nail. I didn't want this to be like the classic ombre where the colours usually go a bit further down the nail. I wanted this colour to just pop at the very tip of the nail. So once we'd painted that on with the bottle brush, I'm going to switch to my ombre brush and just start feathering that colour down. Just pull in a very little amount of the colour down because it is a very pigmented shade. And then I'm pulling this down using the very tip of the brush, blending it in to the tacky inhibition layer that's left behind from the rubber base coat. And this is a really easy way to do an ombre because the rubber bases leave behind quite a tacky layer. So other gel polish colors blend effortlessly into them, even if they are a little bit more pigmented like this one. So I was pointing out there, as you can see, I've taken quite a bit of color down. I want to blend it more, but I don't want too much color. So I've wiped off my brush on an alcohol wipe, so I'm going in with a clean brush, and then I'm able to pick up some of that excess gel polish. Then I'm going to go backwards and forwards to blend out some of the brush strokes that are left behind from the brush. You don't need to stress too much though, because we're going to be coming in with another layer of that RB24, so this is going to be softened more. So don't stress if the ombre at this point isn't looking perfect, because the second layer of that will blend everything out. But because I wanted it to look as seamless as possible, I was blending everything out as much as I could. So I'm just keeping check, kind of doing a few brush strokes, then looking at the nail and then seeing if there's any areas that need a little bit more blending until I'm overall happy with how that blend looks. If you wanted the colour to pop more, you could come in and do a second coat of this, but I wanted everything to look quite soft, so I just did the one coat of Aqua Waves. Once that was cured for 30 seconds, I'm going to come in again with RB24 and just apply a thin coat of this over the entire nail. This is soft enough that it's not going to cover up too much of the Aqua Waves colour, but it is going to give it that beautiful shimmer effect over the Aqua Waves as well. I really loved how this looked. I thought it was the perfect colour combination for spring. It would also work perfectly with the previous nail as well if you wanted to mix and match the designs. I would happily wear a full set of an ombre like this. I love an ombre nail. We are going to go in and add some of those Easter egg water decals. So again, if you wanted to do this set but you didn't want to do the nail art on all of the nails, you could do a full set of the ombres and then just pick a couple of nails, maybe the middle and ring finger for example, or even the ring and the thumbnail, to add your water decals to, so that they have the pop of Easter without the whole set being too full on with nail art, depending on the look. I know now currently it's very trendy for the more minimalist nail designs. So on this design I'm just going to use 4 of the smaller Easter eggs, and I stuck with those same color themes. So I went for the little mint one that's got, or the aqua color one that's got lots of little florals on there, this pinky peach one with some florals, and then I also went for another one with the Easter bunny as well, just so the design did tie up with the previous nail. Cutting them out again as close to the images as possible, and I really love the detail that are in these. They are such a fun and easy way to add nail art to a design, whether you are a beginner, whether you are not very confident with hand painting, or if you're in a salon where you're pushed for time, or your client's pushed for time and doesn't have time for hand painted nail art. Water decals are such a brilliant go-to because they are just so simple to work with. So again, I'm placing them down into my room temperature water, leaving them to soak for around 10-20 seconds. If you feel as though your backing paper isn't pulling off, then just pop your image back in the water, because it just means it's not wet enough, so it needs to soak for a little bit more. You will find as well, if they are in the water for longer, the backing paper will just fall away, which you'll see in the bottom of my pot there. So then you just need to pick your image up using your tweezers. But this does mean there's a little bit more water on the water decal, so it might take a little bit longer to dry. If you want to, you can go in with a lint-free pad and just press out any excess water. So I do sometimes do that because you don't want to apply your gel polish top coat if there's still water on the surface of the nail, but a lot of the time it does dry quite quickly. But if not, just dab very gently with a lint-free pad, making sure that it is completely lint-free so that you don't get any fluff sticking in to your tacky inhibition layer. So I've placed those water decals down, and I kind of just wanted to go across, a swoosh across the nail with those overlapping in certain places as well, which I did really love the effect of. And then I'm simply going to come in and seal these in with a layer of rubber top coat, making sure to also cap the free edge to minimize any chipping issues as well. And I love the rubber top coat for encapsulating any nail art, because it just really gives you that reassurance that nothing's going to peel or chip away. And then it's great for anyone who's quite hard on their nails or wanting that little bit of extra strength. So once I had finished applying my top coat, I'm going to finish off with a little drop of the Sweet Peach Cuticle Oil again. This is really making me ready for the hotter weather. So I really loved how these two cute designs turned out. As always, all the products I've used will be listed in the description box below. Do let me know if there are any products like these water decals that maybe you are struggling for inspiration with and you would like to see featured on the channel. If you did enjoy today's video, please do give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below which was your favorite, and I shall see you all again in next Friday's video. Lots of love. Take care. Bye bye.